Hello, everyone. My name is Aisha Yusufu, and this is Aisha's take on the headlines. So I will look at some of the headlines, and then I'll tell you what I think about it. Well, I'm going to start with the one where they switch my belly. The one that I'm enjoying the most is this one on the NBA. And the NBA, they've readied 13-member legal team for any Nigerian that is taken to court by the federal government over the Twitter ban. That's for, Nigerian government woke up and decided to ban Twitter, and that anyone that is on Twitter is going to be prosecuted. There's no law specifically stating that, but that's what they kill, because when power gets into people's head, they say absolute power corrupts absolutely, and that's exactly what's happening to the Nigerian government right now. And I love the new NBA that we have, that it's really standing there, being the legal arm for the masses, fighting for the masses, standing against injustice, ensuring that the rule of law is followed. That's what NBA should do. And so for me, love to Olumide Akpata. He's an amazing leader. And when they say leadership is everything, NBA is showing you very that way. There is this one, the Nigeria's total debt is increasing like no man's business. I mean, they are borrowing money for our great-grandchildren to come and pay. Yay. Now, wow, don't be small thing. It should interest us what all these monies are being used for. Talking about the money being used for, federal government okays 895.5 billion supplementary budget for military, COVID-19 and others. Free money that will be used anyhow, that will not be accountable, there will be no transparency, and at the end of the day, we are the ones that are going to be paying for it. They're borrowing more and more and more and spending this money anyhow, no accountability, billionaires out there, and this is really unacceptable. I mean, we need to check what is happening more. We, as citizens, we need to be more mindful of what is being done with our monies, and ensure that we hold those in government accountable. It's very, very, absolutely very necessary. The next one, of course, I'm going to talk about is judiciary workers suspend strike. I mean, that's an amazing one, because and they say they are suspended for now. In the next 3 months, if nothing is done, they'll go back, which is good. Whatever you're doing, you must be reasonable in whatever you're doing, and you must ensure that the public goodwill is with you. With what has happened with the with the government threatening to take people to take people who are using Twitter to court and all of that, many people needed to go to court. The courts aren't open. You remember yesterday we talked about the fact that the Court of Appeal was thinking about starting Zoom session. They can still think about that anyway. They can still continue that while this is being done. Technology must be deployed to the best use that it can be deployed to at any time. So, of course, the judiciary workers suspending their strike for now, it's an amazing thing. Let people be able to get to court. Let people be able to do the things that they need to do. And then hopefully the government also, the executive arm of government, do the needful. It's very important for them to have autonomy. State judiciary should have their own autonomy. Local government autonomy. Let them be able to let them be able to call their own shot. Let them not be doing boy over some people. There's this one that is so funny. It's so amazing. They say federal government to sell West African countries to buy Nigerian electricity, because we have so much electricity that it's just lying there to waste, and we're selling to other countries. And some of these countries that we end up selling to, they actually get more electricity than we that were in the nation. Can somebody just package Nigeria as a soap opera so that we can make money from them? We really can make money, because the things that happen in Nigeria, except if you are in Nigeria, you absolutely will not believe them. Here we are. We don't have electricity. We're always battling no electricity, and then we have enough to be able to sell to other people. Can you beat that? Hey, Nigeria for life. This is where the spice is. If you are not in Nigeria, what are you? If you're not in Nigeria, you're missing a lot. It's crazy, but it's an exciting crazy. So that's it. They are selling your electricity that you don't get, that you don't have light, to other countries. Nigeria for life. And then the other one, they say Twitter, Facebook must register in Nigeria. That's the federal government. If the federal government they need Twitter, Facebook, whatever, to come and have offices here, this is not the way to go about it. First of all, you've driven everybody away. A lot of investors that probably will be thinking about coming to Nigeria, they will no longer be thinking about coming to Nigeria. Do you know why? Because the government can wake up one day and nationalize your companies. That's what they're showing. They are showing that the democracy that we have, it's not really the democracy that it's supposed to be. It's actually a dictatorship hiding behind the cloaks of democracy, according to DJ Switch. She did say that. So going about it, is that the way to think? You think you can bully people, bully companies into coming to register? The way you cajole them, you show that you're an open, you are, how do I put it now? You are magnanimous. You're not small minded. You're big minded. You big person way big. You don't big. For example, you saw when President Macron was slapped. Oh, mother slap enter, because you know how it was like he was slapping a small child. You know how you literally hold somebody and slap somebody. Honestly, not that's not the way to go. I mean, no. Assault, battery is not acceptable in any way whatsoever. No matter how angry you are. Anyway, it's not even because it's president. No matter how angry you are at another human being, you do not have the right in any way whatsoever to lay your hands on anybody. That obvious action, whatever he was trying to protest, it's condemnable. It's not the right way to do. You do not lay your hands. You do not have the right to lay your hands on any other person. Having said that, they see the way how magnanimous the president was. He was even at one time said to them, "Oh, just leave him." I think the way he was speaking and the way he was doing, I think, "Oh, no, don't hurt him," something like that. And then he continued what he was doing. Somebody will feel free coming to that country to open their business and do things because you know that, oh, there's a space. But here, simple, a Twitter that was directed, that was genocidal. As far as I could say, that tweet from the president was a terrorist tweet, and that was what I said on my Twitter handle. As soon as I saw it, I said this is a terrorist tweet. I wish I'd even screenshot it then and put it so that, because they've deleted it now, you can't see it, so that anytime somebody comes, you see what it was I was referring to. And so, and Twitter, something that happened in 1967, a heinous, a massacre where millions of people were killed. You're using it to threaten a certain group of people. That's not acceptable in any way whatsoever. And then Twitter took down the tweet, and then of course they banned Twitter. So that kind of a country, who do you think is going to come and register? Let's see how it works. You want people to register, you want to begin to earn taxes. There's a better way of doing it, not this high-handed way. Use your head, not your muzzle. Can somebody help me please tell Nigerian government to start using their heads and not their muscle? Okay, let me look. I don't want this to be over 10 minutes. Let me look at what's the next headline we have here. PDP is accusing APC of blackmailing eminent Nigerians into joining party. Really? Please, can you guys just shut up? PDP is so annoying. Bad in governance, worse in opposition. You people sit up. There's nothing like blackmailing anybody. Our politicians are normally self-centered, greedy people who it's always about themselves. No ideology, nothing, no integrity. So they jump from one party to the other. As far as they're concerned, they see this party as the new party now to belong to, and that's why they're all joining in, and that's where they think they're going to be. So there's nothing like blackmail. It's something that happened. I remember in 2015 when people were jumping from PDP to APC after APC had won. I kept saying, why are you not sitting down to build PDP? Because we need two great parties. We need two great parties that will be giving us candidates that are competent with character and capacity, not the ones that they give us anyhow candidates that will be choosing between the devil and the Red Sea. That's not the way it should be. But then it's always about interest for them, and it is high time for us as citizens, of course, to ensure that we are holding people elected accountable, not only holding them accountable, but punishing them when they don't do right by voting them out of power. That way, parties will take us seriously and give us candidates who are competent, with character, capacity, who are patriotic, who have empathy, who are courageous, and will be there for the country and everyone. So the next thing, of course, NCC charges Nigerian youth on responsible internet usage. I'm like, NCC, that is so irresponsible that all it does is high-handed measure, telling media houses that they're going to revoke their licenses. I mean, yes, there are some people who will use internet anyhow, no doubt about it, but the most irresponsible usage of internet actually comes from the federal government. So I think the NCC should be directing that statement to the federal government, especially the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, who recently tweeted a tweet that was, almost that it's a terrorist tweet. So that's where the whole thing should be on. And then there's also the call for new constitution, which all of us should be making calls for and ensuring that we get a new constitution so that we'll be able to move the affairs of the people. A constitution of we the people, and not just anyhow, just dumped on us by the military. It's very important that we do that. I'm getting over the 10 minutes, so I'm going to round up now. But before I round up, there is a headline that was there that the president will be speaking today. He has already spoken. I don't know whether it's still like, but you know what? I don't have the patience to listen to the president. No, I don't. I'm going to look at it later. I know I can't just imagine that fumbling, the kind of mundane talk. You'll be listening to a president talking, and it's like a 3-year-old that is speaking and spilling all sorts of things. So I'm going to listen to it after, and probably tomorrow maybe that's what the review will be mostly about. Because trust the president, trust him. If it's not even if it's not the one that was prepared for him to read, trust him to give you blunders that you're going to see a whole lot. It's sad where we are, but one of the things we must always remember is that Nigeria is our country. Nigeria must work in our lifetime by the grace of God, and no Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian, and every one of us, we are citizens, and we need to make this country work. But then if the country doesn't want to work, we can all separate amicably and make whatever regions that we want to work. I say it before and I say it again. One Nigeria is not sacrosanct, but good governance, accountability, transparency are sacrosanct. Separation of power is sacrosanct. Rule of law is sacrosanct. And we must work for a Nigeria that works for everyone. Thank you and bye. See you tomorrow, inshallah.